For a long time, getting generic medications was one way to save a lot of money. But not anymore. Now generic drug prices are skyrocketing as well. Tonight, Simply Money's Amy Wagner looks into why it's happening and how to find medication your family can actually afford in this Consumer Alert.
Well, Congress stepped in when skyrocketing EpiPen prices hit the news, but far too many families know that generic medication prices are spiking too, and that's putting a lot of stress on patients and the people who care for them.
Sometimes parents are in tears at the pharmacy saying they cannot afford the $150 payment for their child's eardrops.
Those are tough calls for Dr. Chuck Kelly, a Northern Kentucky pediatrician, but recently he gets them more and more often from desperate parents who can't afford their kids' medication.
We always try to prescribe what's best and cheapest for the patients, but that's getting harder and harder to do now.
Kelly says prices are skyrocketing for everything from antibiotics to stimulants used to treat ADHD, and prices are changing too fast for doctors to even keep up.
Plans change constantly. What's first tier, second tier, third tier changes constantly. Prices change all the time.
So fluphenazine went from $12 $100 to $800 $100 because there's only one company making it now. So that's a 66 times increase in price.
Tom Mullaney, owner of Cincinnati-based Mullaney's Pharmacies, also sees patients struggling to afford medications that have doubled, tripled, or more in price. One example, hydroxychloroquine is a generic on the market for nearly 20 years, used to treat rheumatoid arthritis. 3 years ago, 180 tablets of it cost $32. Now, those same pills cost $600.
Customers do notice it if they have a percentage copay. Some patients pay a flat $5 or $10, but the patients that pay 20%, obviously then they are paying that 20% of that increase. So it can make a huge difference for them.
Drug companies defend high prices by saying they spend a fortune researching and developing those medications. But that's not true for most of these generics. So how can they get away with these price hikes? Well, there are no laws setting limits on what drug makers can charge. Part of the problem, too, drug makers are increasingly turning their attention to developing new brand name drugs, which means fewer companies are making those generics. Less competition means higher prices for you. So how can you save on generics? Dr. Kelly says communication between patients, doctors, and pharmacists is critically important.
Take this to the pharmacy. If it's too expensive, call me or have the pharmacist call me. We probably can change it at the time.
Other smart moves? Shop around for the best prices near you using an app like GoodRx. And remember, some pharmacies offer a list of free generics or low-price prescriptions for meds like certain antibiotics. It's always smart to ask too, is this the lowest price? The pharmacist may be able to help find another coupon or discount program that'll save you even more. And if it's a prescription you take every day, look into getting a 90-day prescription from an online pharmacy. Just make sure that pharmacy is based in the U.S. and that it has this symbol on its website, which means it's a verified internet pharmacy. For Fox 19 Now and Simply Money, I'm Amy Wagner.